If you're a leader and you also get annoyed, you're losing that person. The leaders are to bring people together. You have to continuously get as you're giving out.
Every great leader that you're seeing that we admire to be is actually submitting somewhere.
Welcome to Kingdom Impact Stories, where we share real life stories, kingdom testimonies, casual talks, and different ideas. We believe they will change your life.
And catch our various episodes right here at our YouTube channel, New Life Discipleship Ministries.
The very many mistakes that young people do as youth, and also when they become leaders. And sometimes they make these mistakes, one, because they have no examples, or maybe the examples are far from them, or maybe they've not even had these mistakes that are happening. So when they take on the role of the leadership, they become surprised of the mistakes that have happened. And today's guest, he is a young leader in our church, and somehow I feel like he has faced the first experience of being a young leader, having to lead bigger people of all ages, of all professionals, who are even better than you. So let's welcome our guest. You're welcome, Daniel. You're going to introduce yourself to the people watching you. What do you do, and the leadership part? Yes.
Thank you, Faith. My name is Mwangus Daniel. As she has said, I'm a leader in our church, and I'm a student doing orthopedic medicine from the Uganda Institute of Allied Health and Management Sciences, Mulago. I'm so passionate about leadership and personal growth. I'm so excited of what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, so he is a student, and he is leading people who are not students.
Yeah.
So what was the most shocker of your life when they told you you're leading this, you're so leader to this, to a big group of people that you don't even know?
Hey, at first, even putting you into such a position, it's just a shocker. Because I want you to see that in church, we are very many people. But the top leaders choosing you to be the leader out of the many, you can be like, oh, why was me the one chosen? You get so you get a number of reasons. I know leadership comes from God, but at first that is even the first shocker. You think about the responsibility
When you don't have the notes.
Yeah, you don't have the notes. You don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Because in most cases we see our leaders who are taking us, and you see how much they sacrifice. In most cases we feel like we're not ready for that. I felt like, no, I can't pray for all these people. I also have problems, I can't pray for all these people. I can't fast for all these people, you get. And because that's what leadership means. So the responsibility that you think about you're going to face is in most cases what shocks you the most. And it shocked me. Yeah, I went down, I was so silent. I was like, should I reject? But remember, we are told to be strong, we are leaders. And for over time, that's what we are being prepared into. So I had to accept right there.
As a 20, you were 20 years by that time? 20 years?
Yeah, 20.
So as a 20-year-old man, boy, whatever, like supposed to lead 50 people, like 50 and a bigger number, did you have, okay, you felt like at some point you want to give up, but how was it like? How was it when now you took on the role and you're into this?
At first, I had to accept that God had given me the opportunity. I had to accept it at first. I went and looked into the population I was being trusted with. When you don't understand the people you're leading, it is going to be very difficult for you. I saw the people, many of them were mature. You get, I'm just a student. By then, even I had not joined this course. I was at senior 6 level. And you're leading people who even have PhDs.
Yeah, the audacity.
You get. So it has to be out of great realization. You'd be like, yeah, now I'm into this. Another thing, I realized that I have to grow. Because you cannot be leading people with PhDs and you're young and you're acting childish, you get. So I had to grow. I all the time watched people on media who are leaders. How do they talk? When I'm going to talk to people, I prepare myself. Wait.
Or talk so much stuff.
You have to prepare yourself. What am I going to speak? which category of people. So I learned all that. And above all, go back to who gave you the opportunity, because they saw the potential in you and they see exactly what they want you to do. So when they give you the opportunity, for you might take your own other ways, maybe out of excitement, maybe out of denial, maybe out of anything. But they know exactly what you have to do.
Yeah.
So when you go back to your leaders, the people that trusted you with that group of people, with the leadership, with those positions, they will guide you because they know exactly, because they weigh before putting you there. They'll be like, no, Faith will manage this. No, but Daniel is better. So let's put him there. They know exactly what they expect out of you.
Yeah, so you go back to the
So you go
vision
back to
bearer.
them, the vision bearer. They're going to help you so much. You're going to be guided on how to take over, on how to lead those people, on how to approach this leadership journey. You get, yeah. So at first it was really not easy,
Actually,
but through that I got to learn. Yeah.
also you're saying that sometimes when people are put into a spotlight, they just enjoy the spotlight and don't go back to the one who has put them in the spotlight. And when the light starts becoming dim, it's when they realize that, oh, what's this in the CEO, you know?
And in most cases, by the time it reaches that stage, you cannot recover anything.
Yeah.
You cannot recover anything. Even you've lost trust.
Yeah, you've lost trust.
Because the moment light goes dim, you've lost trust in the people you're leading. You've lost trust from the people who did what? Who put you into that position. And remember, these are just opportunities. An opportunity can pass.
And they give it to someone else as well.
Many people are waiting out there. One thing I also realized that these opportunities prepare you for more, bigger opportunities. You failing at this is already closing the door to the other ones.
Yeah, very much, very much. Going back to the spotlight, those are one of the mistakes that people do, young youths do when they're put into positions of leadership. Not even at church, even in our workspaces.
Yeah.
Somehow you're the supervisor of this place and you forget the supervisee, like the one was given you the role. So I want you to tell us, what are those mistakes that you've done that you know people do at their youthful age of being a leader? Don't specify church. Church could, okay, in general, in all other spaces, at work, in church, like friendship, whatever, group kaka, saving, like what mistakes have you done as a person? And then right now you're like, I think I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, one of the mistakes I admit I have done, you get, communication. You get. Why do I call it a mistake? Because we're trained to communicate.
Yeah.
But because of the programs that we'll be having here and there, you end up somehow not communicating, not fulfilling it well. You get. And leadership is all about communication.
Communication to the people you're leading or to the ones leading you?
The ones leading you and the people you're communicating. I think you've been once under my leadership.
Yeah.
You saw how sometimes I could even delay. People are not going to care how busy you are.
Yeah.
People you're leading are ever expecting from you on time. You get.
Yeah.
You have to give back the reports. They sent you somewhere. You get. Maybe they sent you to go and check on someone who is sick. You get. Come back, give a report. But remember, you're a leader. You have also other responsibilities. Maybe you have work. Now we have school. You get.
Yeah.
Before even you reach home to settle, give a report. At work, they have already called. You remember you have anatomy. You get. So you're taken
you
up.
have like over 50 people to check
You
on.
get. So they are not going to be like, oh, he was busy in anatomy. Oh, he was busy at work. You failed.
You failed, yeah.
You failed.
You didn't do.
You didn't do that. So that one I admit. And I work so much on myself every day to improve that, because I know it's not a one-day
How are you
process.
working over that?
I don't want to postpone things. You get. Maybe let me use the very example we used. I've visited someone. You get. Maybe they told me, go please check on someone who is sick. You get. Right there, I compare. Even when I'm traveling back, I'll be writing the report. This is what we saw. This is what did. This is how they're improving. You get. You make the report right there. Do what you have to do right there. Don't postpone things. Don't be like, no, when
Because
I get free time,
when you
I will
postpone,
sit.
the work becomes much,
Uh-huh.
and the time is very limited.
When I get time, I will sit and compile all that. By the time you sit down, you're tired, you're
Yeah.
dozing. The brain is shutting up.
You're tired of your phone.
You're even tired of the phone because you don't know at what time are you going to come from work. Because some jobs, you can leave at 7, you can leave at 8. You get.
Have you had an issue of disrespect from the people that you're leading as a challenge? Or have you done a mistake of disrespecting the people that you're leading or disrespecting the authority?
I really look at that so much in order not to disrespect people because I know that's one of the mistakes people do in ministry or in leadership. Whenever you disrespect people, it comes back to you as a backfire. You get. You don't know that people you're disrespecting right now are the big people tomorrow. You get. But I've received many scenarios of disrespect from people that I lead. You get. People are not educated about all these things. So they really don't care. Me, I bear. Because I know people are not educated about you have to respect your leaders. They really put much. You get. I know. So I really just bear and look after making them better people. But they disrespect and someone talks to you very badly. You get. You see someone you helped yesterday, someone you helped survive sleeping hunger, someone you helped even get an opportunity, when today you're nothing before them. One, maybe you could die of hunger. Maybe you could die if you didn't have that opportunity. You get. Maybe you would not be that good. You get. People forget so much. Also, that is a point I've seen from people. Forget so much.
Yeah, I've seen other challenges, other mistakes that people do while leading. It's anger issues. Sometimes when someone you are submitting to gives you a lot of work, you as someone going in leadership, you feel like it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
And you get so overwhelmed. You have school, you have relationships, you have family, you have self, you have to post. Like,
Now, let me tell you something about that. In most cases, the youth, we think we know too much. You get.
Okay.
We think we know too much. Now, let me say, you're my leader. You get. You're the visionary. You're giving me instructions. You put me into a certain position. You get. At some point, we think we know too much. You get. You know, these leaders can even come into our personal life. They'll be like, Daniel, this you didn't do well. This kind of a picture you took is not really appropriate. You get. You feel like someone has entered into your personal life. You get.
Into your space.
You'll be like, no, this is too much. You get. But don't forget that those people have lived everything you're living now.
Yeah.
They really know where they're taking you.
Yeah.
You get.
Yeah.
Because there are some things, a mistake can happen. When you know that there are mistakes you cannot even explain. You get. Maybe, let me say you had a meeting. You had to come for a meeting. And you selected someone, this is going to lead us, this is going to do this, because you're also delegating some of your powers to other people in order to also be involved. You get. At the end of the day, maybe some mistake happens. You can't also control it. Maybe someone started a bit late. Maybe our network went off. You get. Maybe someone is talking not confident. Your visionary is coming back to you. You get. Anger can rise in. You cannot be like, no, this is. You get. You just have to be like a shock absorber.
Yeah,
You absorb this
that
anger.
very moment, like how would you handle that? Because honestly, is sometimes leadership becomes so overwhelming, and you feel like, oh my god, like you know, and you're like that reaction. So like, how would you handle it to remain calm in the storm? Yes.
First of all, you should know that in the position you are, some people have served there and they have made it. They have made it. You're not the first there. You also have replacements, so you better do right. And they are waiting over there to replace you, so you better do right. So I'll take you back to the other shock absorbing point. You get. One of the of the failures I've seen in leaders, people I associate with, they don't know how to handle pressure. Let me tell you, we receive a lot of pressure from our leaders. Hey, someone can tell you an instruction, and if you take it directly to the people you lead, you're finishing the flock.
Let me tell you something. But okay, before you continue, the pressure part. Sometimes, okay, the pressure is a load. Because like well, how do I say, like everything is advanced. So someone sends in communications from the phone and stuff. I can receive in a lot of messages from the people you're leading. From everyone is asking you, and you feel like you at work. You have a patient before you. You have like a million messages in your phone. Everyone is asking something you feel like they're supposed to do. And okay, me, I archive everyone. Like most of the people that I'm reading, like no, none of these ones. But when you're asking me, I just I put it in airplane mode for those, and I'm like, please just leave my. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that sometimes it becomes really, 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 really overwhelming.
Yeah.
And you feel like you are losing it.
But
so I want you to speak to someone who feels like me, because
now this comes from preparation. You get people out there that are preparing leaders. Prepare those people to handle pressure, because pressure is going to be there. You may not be the one leading them, but pressure is going to be there. It is going to be there. People are going to receive pressure from their leaders, and they have to transfer it to the people down.
Yeah.
If someone is not grounded, if someone is not prepared, they are going to go astray. You get? You're going to find the group down rioting, because let me tell you, instructions from up, coming directly to the what?
Yeah.
They are so distraction.
Very much.
Again. So when we even look at Moses, let's go to the Bible. Yes. God could talk to Moses direct. Moses could have a way he talks with the what? With the people. You get? You try to cover up what issues you bring down to the people, because when you bring the instructions direct, you're breaking people. So people there preparing leaders. One of the things for me that I've seen, it is pressure. They must be able to absorb the pressure. Think, because you know the people you're leading.
Yeah, you know the food they're supposed to eat.
I know the food that I have to give these people. They are not of the same level. Someone is having a PhD. This one is a certificate holder. This one even never went to school. So you cannot approach them in the same way. Yeah. And you have to unite them to come together, because you're leading them. So you have to bring them together.
Yeah.
But remember, they have that difference. You get? Someone's be like, they are PhD holder.
Yeah.
Someone is living in the US.
Yeah. I get you.
You get?
I get you.
So you have to approach them in a way that makes them feel respected at a level that they should be respected. You bring them together. Otherwise, if you just take those instructions to them, you might find that they are getting scattered.
You might lose a certain flock.
You will lose a certain part. You get? Because you pass on some communication, they'll be like, that is for those ones. You get? Because in their population, they also know themselves. This is capable of this. This is at this level. They'll be like, Now that is for those ones, the senior six holders.
Yeah.
That is for those ones, the words.
Yeah, I remember after actually you saying that, I remember the mistakes that I did. We were at work and we were doing CMEs. So like they were supposed to be there in the week. So we start I think the year starts, and I'm all like, we're going to be starting doing. So I talk to everyone, and I write the timetable. Everyone knows their day. But remember, you know the in charge, you know the big person and stuff. So the big person and stuff also was on the timetable, because you had to be in the timetable. And I'm like, we're going to have a CME. So his turn reaches, and maybe somehow he had maybe prepared or not prepared. So we go in a meeting, and then everyone converges, and then it's like, no, we're not having a CME. And I'm like, why? For him, he says, you would have come to me. And no, you would have made a for him, he desired another approach. And me, I just did it very general, like, you know. And for him, he felt like,
This is annoying to some people.
And it was really, really very annoying to him. I was like, what do you mean? Like, you would have addressed me a certain way.
And if you're a leader and you also get annoyed, you're losing that person.
Yeah.
But remember, leaders are to bring people together. You get not to lose. You have to take any measure to have that person come back. You get?
Yeah.
You have to take any measure. Me, I go into, we have groups, you get? But you don't know what I communicate with everyone in their DMs. That's why people remain respectful. You get? When they see you as their leader, they be like, oh, my leader. You get? You don't know where that comes from. What you see in the group is not only what I communicate.
Yeah.
It goes far to a personal level because you understand who are you leading. You get? I copied that from our leader, our pastor. Our pastor, there's a way she could come and visit you, even though you did have overwhere to sleep. So that she understands who is she leading
Yeah.
and how should she approach you.
Yeah.
The approach to those people you're leading there is not the same. So you have to understand them in order to have a better approach. If you don't do that, that's one of the mistakes you're going to do in leadership. And it's going to be so hectic for you to lead those people.
Yeah, so Daniel, as we are trying to conclude, one of the mistakes that you've talked about that people do it is pressure, and all those things. But another mistake that you mentioned, it's failure to submit back to the person who gave you the leadership, and most people do this. So, in your last remarks, in your last words, I want you to make a comment over that, because sometimes when someone becomes a leader, they forget that they're also being led. When I was hearing someone speak and they said every great leader that you're seeing is submitting somewhere. And sometimes when you're in a certain spotlight and the light is so much, your mind makes you feel like that, no. And people forget that the moment you get out of leadership, you're also out of leading, because every great leader is leading somewhere. So I want you to add on what I've said, and then as you're wrapping it up, and
as I wrap that up, every leader, when you're leading it, you're giving out something.
yeah,
Whenever you're leading, you're giving out something. So every leader has to be given also. You can't tell me that you're giving out and you're not being given. You have to mind who is giving you.
Yeah.
In most cases, who is giving you are those people who put you into the leadership. You get? Don't disconnect yourself. Because whenever you go into the public, you're being drained. You're just giving out. You're giving out love. You're giving out hope. You're giving out attention. You're giving out money. You get? Because me, I lead with everything. I lead with money. I lead with attention. I lead with love. I lead with hope. I lead with everything. You're giving all that out. But remember, the public is not going to give that to you. Those people are so disappointing. You get? So you have to go back and get more. Get the love. Get the hope. To your leaders, you get? Because if you don't get more, you're going to get stressed, you're going to get biased, and you're going to leave leadership. So the point is, don't disconnect yourself. The leaders, they're out. If you disconnected yourself already, please go back and reconcile with the people that put you into that power. Because one of the mistakes you're going to do is disconnecting yourself. You're giving out, you're not getting. How are you sure that you're going to sustain that leadership for a long time? You need to go back to your source. You get? Because imagine you're getting out food and you're not eating. What is that? You get? You have to continuously get as you're giving out. Are you getting my point? Yeah. So that's what I can advise people, please. Make sure you observe your leaders. Make sure you observe people that put you into power, because they're the first people to give you the hope, the love, the money, the encouragement, the guidance that you're going to give to the people down there. You get? Remember, you cannot give what you don't have. If you become fully drained, that's where your leadership is going to end. Whenever you have more love, you'll give more love. Whenever you have more hope, you'll give more hope. Whenever you have more, what you have is what you're going to give.
Thank you so much, Daniel, for the wisdom. That was very nice. Thank you so much, every leader, every great leader that we admire. These mistakes they're repeatedly done, but the points that have cut across, you can go back and listen, re-listen, and do, because every great leader that you're seeing that we admire to be is actually submitting somewhere. And don't disconnect yourself from the source. Please, the pressure is going to come, because as you're rising up in leadership, as Daniel has said, the pressure will come. But mind how to manage it. The anger issues, become so angry, but do not lose the flock. You need every single person that you're leading, because who are you without the people that you're leading, Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Let's catch up next time. This is Kingdom Impact Stories. Kindly subscribe, like, and share to your neighbor in the USA. Okay, have a good time.